As I tell the GoYoli story to people all over the country, they always ask me, where can I get GoYoli? What stores are selling it? The reality is you can't purchase GoYoli in any store. In fact, the only way you can purchase GoYoli is through a GoYoli independent distributor. We have thousands of GoYoli distributors across the country building home-based businesses, both part-time and full-time. GoYoli's become a lifeline for thousands of home-based business entrepreneurs at a time when extra money in the household is needed more than ever. Since I've been in the financial field for 2 decades, I know firsthand what people are going through right now. Countless people lie awake at night worrying about money issues. Most Americans in today's economy live paycheck to paycheck. 43% of American families spend more than they earn each year. Personal bankruptcies have doubled in the past decade. Parents don't even get to see their kids grow up because they need 2 or even 3 jobs just to survive. In an article dated August of 2010, it was stated by the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics that total non-farm payroll employment declined by another 131,000 in July of 2010. Furthermore, the unemployment rate is almost 10%. That means that 1 out of every 10 people is unemployed. Early in my career, while working in the private money mortgage banking industry, I was very close to the concept of starting a home-based distributorship. Yet I wasn't doing anything to build residual income. Just like most of my friends, I was trading hours for dollars. Around this time, a man named Mike introduced me to a network marketing company like GoYoli. I'd been sent some information, and to be honest, I scanned it and I threw it in the trash. You see, I didn't understand it, so I prejudged it, and I discarded the literature without a second thought. I said to myself, I'm in the private money mortgage banking industry. I don't do this kind of thing. Mike knew I had potential to do very well in this business, so he continued to follow up with me. He asked me, Robbie, how much did you make last year? And I answered him. He said, Robbie, how hard will you have to work this year to make the same amount that you made last year? I instantly understood his point. You see, I was working an average of 60 plus hours per week. I had very little time for my family and no time to do the things I enjoyed. I had no balance in my life. Mike convinced me to pull the materials back out of the garbage and take a closer look. Once I reviewed the materials, I realized that several of the best-selling financial authors were endorsing this company. I even had their books on my bookshelf. I thought to myself, if they're willing to put their reputations on the line, they must see something very powerful here. It seemed like a home-based distributorship could be the answer to making passive residual income so I could enjoy much-needed time. But I still had a lot of questions. I wanted to be sure I understood what I was being offered. So I said to Mike, let me see if I have this straight. As an independent distributor, my job is to share the information about this product and business, correct? So if these customers and distributors start ordering product directly from the company will manufacture the product. The company will collect all the money from my customers. The company will ship the product. The company will take care of the customer service. And the only inventory I have is for personal consumption and samples. If my distributors and customers become lifetime customers, are you telling me that I will receive a lifetime stream of income? As soon as I had confirmation that this is how it worked, I knew this was for me. You see, it hit me. If I had 100 customers and I earned an average of $5 per customer, I could be laying on an exotic beach anywhere in the world drinking out of a coconut, and the company's going to handle everything and send me $500 every month. What if I had 1,000 customers? The company would be sending me $5,000. In fact, there was no cap on how many customers and distributors I could accumulate because I would receive commissions on my customers, my distributors, and those they refer. You see, I don't count just my customers. I can earn commissions on referrals of referrals of referrals. What if you had 10,000 customers? Imagine making $50,000 every month. This business system sounded awesome to me. I said to my wife, how would it feel to be making an extra $500 a month in residual income? This could cover a good chunk of our mortgage. Well, guess what? When we hit $500, it was great, but I thought $1,000 would be so much better. The rest is history. My life's never been the same. I continue to work very hard, but this time I was combining it with smart. Within 2 to 3 years, we were making more in 1 month than a lot of people will make in an entire year. It's important for you to know that we still had to work very hard and put in the time. We had to learn specific skills, attend numerous events, and read specific books. But it was all worth it. To this day, over 15 years later, that company is still putting money in my bank account every Friday. My wife and I now have time to do what we want when we want. We don't have to work because we have to. We work because we want to. You see, once you're generating enough passive residual income to cover all your monthly expenses, you're financially free. I love this quote from Jim Rohn. Quote, "Making money not an issue in your life allows you to focus on all the other things this world has to offer." End quote. Like everyone else who is new to network marketing, I struggled in the beginning as I went through the learning curve. However, as I figured it out and I persevered, I started experiencing enormous financial rewards. I started having the time of my life, traveling and attending conventions and receiving gifts and awards. You know, the thing I cherish most is hanging out with just awesome, like-minded people. For the last 15 years, I've immersed myself in this industry and I've become a student, attempting to soak up every piece of information I could.